Welcome back. Today we are solving a classic coding interview problem: how to check if a number is a palindrome. This is often asked in technical interviews as a warm-up question to test your understanding of basic math logic and control flow. So, what exactly is a palindrome number? Simply put, it is a number that reads the same forwards and backwards. For example, 121 is a palindrome because if you reverse the digits, you still get 121. However, 123 is not, because reversing it gives you 321. Let's visualize this. Think of it like a mirror reflection. The number 1221 is perfectly symmetrical. If you split it in the middle, the left side mirrors the right side. But for the number 10, the reflection is 0, 1, which does not match the original number. Before we jump into the code, there is one important edge case to handle: negative numbers. A negative number, like negative 121, can never be a palindrome. This is because the negative sign is at the front, but when you reverse the number, the symbol would technically move to the end, making them unequal. We can solve this without converting the number to a string, which uses extra memory. Instead, we will use math. Our strategy has 3 simple steps. 1. Extract the last digit. 2. Add that digit to a new reversed number. And 3. Remove that last digit from the original number. We repeat this loop until the original number becomes 0. Step 1 is extraction. We use the modulo operator, which is the % sign in most programming languages. Modulo 10 gives us the remainder when dividing by 10. For any integer, this remainder is always the last digit. So for 121, modulo 10 gives us 1. Step 2 is building the reverse. We take our current reversed variable, multiply it by 10, and add the digit we just extracted. Multiplying by 10 shifts the existing digits to the left, making room in the ones place for the new digit. This is how we mathematically reconstruct the number in reverse order. Step 3 is reduction. We update our original number by performing integer division by 10. This effectively chops off the last digit we just processed. For example, 121 divided by 10 becomes 12. We repeat this entire process until the number is reduced to 0. Here is the full implementation. First, we check if x is negative. If so, return false. Then, we store the original number in a temporary variable because we will be modifying x in the loop. Inside the while loop, we get the digit, update the reverse number, and divide x by 10. Finally, we compare the original number with our constructed reverse number. Let's analyze the performance. The time complexity is big O of log n because the number of iterations matches the number of digits in the input. The space complexity is big O of 1, or constant space, because we are only using a few variables to store integers, regardless of how large the input number is.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.